Alright guys, this is everything you get when you order that kit from Injora. You get the carbon fiber rails. They are very nice quality. All the holes are finished. All the edges are finished. There's no sharp edges. They're a little bit of flex when you bend it this way, but as far as twist, they're very rigid, which is nice. Lightweight, strong. They're not threaded, and you can't really thread carbon fiber, so you're going to have to use a bolt with a nut on everything, so just be aware of that. But everything here is provided in the kit, and that can be confusing because when you look at the picture on Amazon, which is where I got this from, it only shows the chassis rails with the spacers. But you also get the high clearance links with the ball ends. You get the side plates where you can mount your battery or your ESC or your receiver. Those mount on the side. You get two different types of spacers. You can use the 70mm for the OG SCX10, or the newer stuff, if you have something based off an SCX10II, you would use the 78mm stuff, or a combination of the two. It comes with all the hardware that you would need to mount probably shocks and servos, things like that. There's some different spacers in there. It also comes with a battery strap, body clips, mounting screws, the actual mounting brackets for the body post and the body post. Now I don't know if these are aluminum or plastic. Let me look here. So I got a nice battery strap there, clips and screws. Oh yeah, these are aluminum, guys. That's really nice. I wasn't expecting that. I figured they'd probably be plastic. These are aluminum body posts. And these are also aluminum and threaded mounts for the body posts. So that's a really nice addition there. I wasn't expecting that. So, what are we going to use? Well, this is all you get with the kit. But for $52, $53 on Amazon, I think it's a great deal, because if you had to buy these high clearance links, that's probably another, just say $16 to $25 probably for a set of high clearance links, stainless steel. Plus you've got the side brackets, battery tray. Each, if it's 70mm or 78, it comes with this little insert where you can put your battery or ESC or whatever you want to use it for. It's just a stiffener that goes at the back. And if you wanted aluminum body mounts, you'd have to pay extra for that. So $53 for all this is not a bad deal at all. I think it was a great price, which is why I bought it. Now, what do you need? Well, you've got to provide your own transmission skid plate. Whether you're using SCX10 or SCX10II, you're going to need your own skid plate. You can use aluminum, you can use plastic. This is a Hobby Park SCX10II based skid plate. So you'll need to provide that. You'll need motor, ESC, axles, transmission. You basically need everything else. Where are we going to get all that stuff? Well, you're looking at it right there. I absolutely love this Amazon cage crawler that we built. It does amazing. I've had no trouble with it. It goes up just about anything. What it can't do is probably more driver error than the capabilities of this rig. So the only problem I've had with this is that it's a metal cage and it's a bit heavy, and it gets kind of top heavy and wants to tumble over. So that's what I'm looking to improve. With that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take this aluminum transmission and motor that we have, all of this drive line, probably won't use that battery because that battery will be too big, but we'll use the 1080 ESC, we'll use the DC Motors 7.4 volt servo. I think this is what, 35 kilogram? I forget. But this is the digital brushless servo from DC Motors. Yeah, 35 kilogram. These are awesome. It's running on the 7.4 volt. We just built these custom axles. It has overdrive in the front, all aluminum axles. This thing works amazing, And I have no problem recommending you guys to buy this aluminum cage because it's great. It has taken a beating. It has fallen over, landed right on the nose. That protects everything. The paint's all chipped. This thing has been great, but I'm ready to move on and make this thing crawl even better. So, with that being said, if any of you guys are interested in this metal cage, now not everything else, I'm using everything else except maybe the links. If you guys are interested in this metal cage, I might do a giveaway on it. We just reached 500 subscribers. I'm not doing a big giveaway, but if you guys are interested in this metal cage, I have no problem passing it along to one of you guys because I have had an absolute blast with it, and it is very highly recommended by myself and this channel because it has done amazing. But I'm ready to move on and do something a little different. Try to get this thing. When I first built this, before we had trouble with the servo hitting the frame up here, this thing sat so low. If you remember some of the thumbnails that we did, this thing sat super low. But since the servo cannot go up in between the frame rails with this crossbar and the battery and everything, it's just not what I wanted completely. So I think this is going to take care of that. It has, I believe, either a 6 or a 7 degree taper on the skid plate, so that gives you a little more clearance. It came with the high clearance links. I'm excited about it, guys. We're going to get this thing built. I'm probably not going to do a build video of switching everything over. If I do, it's probably just going to be a time lapse because I'm going to take the motor, transmission, skid plate, swap it over, and then I will probably use the rear links from this kit, which are high clearance, but I don't know. It's got these little stubby S hooks for the front. I'm not sure how that's going to work or where they land, but it did come with all the plastic ball ends. So I'm excited to get this together. So I'm probably going to do a time lapse on the build. And if there's any snags, then I'll slow it down and talk to you. I can already imagine that with as short as these front arms are, we're going to have some drive shaft issues. As far as length, we're not going to be able to use these drive shafts. And the other problem is, since this is a tapered skid plate of 6 or 7 degrees, that's going to jack your pinion angles up. It might not be so bad in the front, but it's going to lift that rear pinion angle up pretty high, and it's going to make that pinion angle kind of sharp. So we're going to have to play with that. We'll figure that out when we get to that point, but not sure if these internal sprung shocks are going to work, if they're going to be too long. We'll have to figure that out, but probably on the next video when we start assembling this, we'll get the motor and transmission installed as well as with all the braces. And then we'll go from there as far as probably putting the rear together. I don't think there'll be an issue there. We may have to measure for a jive shaft, but I think the links and the axle will be fine. And then we can get the front axle. I guess we'll try these links and see how it hits and then just go from there. But this is on Amazon right now, guys, for 53 bucks. I'll put the link in the description. Remember, if you use that link, it helps the channel. We get a small commission off of the purchases for Amazon. This was not sponsored by Injora, but I do like a lot of the Injora products. I paid for this. It's just if you use the Amazon links, I get a little percentage of your sale, so that helps the channel. That's through Amazon, not through Injora. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you're interested in this kit, check it out. And next video, we'll be starting to assemble this, probably in a time lapse. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great weekend.